Huh?
What?
What did you say?
You want a vote?
You want my vote?
My vote?
You want our vote?
I should vote for you.
What?
We vote for Fiji First.
No rule of law.
What will you do?
Corruption.
What will you change?
Beatings.
Change the
Murders.
country.
Illegal
What will you
decrees.
What
High
will
crime
you
rates.
Change
Highest
the country.
unemployment
What
rates.
will you do?
High poverty.
What will you change?
The poorest economy in
What will
history.
you do?
The largest economic debt in history.
Change the country.
और कोई नहीं, खाली Fiji First.
फीजी फर्स्ट के कैंपेन कैसे चले?
Well, obviously हम लोग, आप तो जनता है कि we been around Fiji, campaign हुए हैं, हम लोग बताता है कि कौन चीज़ difference है between Fiji First और सब जन political parties से कौन चीज़ difference है.
Governments come, governments get elected in a democracy, they come, they do their bit, they go. The next government comes, carries on from there. Now when the next government comes, they carry on with all the good things that the previous government has done. All the good things that have been there will continue and improve on them. And all those other things that are not good enough, they're not good for the people, are the ones that we have to change. So that is how governments, successive governments work. I want to say this because there are these rumors here that there are certain things that this government has given which are good for the people. When the new government comes, they will be removed. But that is not the truth.
और कोई नहीं, खाली Fiji First.
और काहे उन की चाहिए Fiji First के खातिर वोट करो. Security this है, physical security खाली नहीं, law and order कायम है.
But why do you think they're doing it?
Because they don't like to see a military dictatorship in the region.
Dictatorship is in what? What am I doing that...
You've suspended the constitution, you've sacked the judges, you've seized power.
I sacked the judges? Where did you get the brief that I sacked the judges?
Probably every media report on the planet.
The judges, they went up with when His Excellency abrogated the constitution.
Yes, but the judges declared your government or your rule illegal one day, and day two there...
No. The judges were removed because they were removed when the abrogation, constitution was abrogated.
All right, so the constitution's removed, and so the judges are then removed.
Exactly.
But let's get real here.
Let's get one thing right.
The constitution's gone.
They were not the only thing that were removed.
Yes.
When
everything was removed
exactly.
except your power, right? Everything was removed except your power.
No, that was removed.
Yeah.
That was removed. I was reinstated as Prime Minister the day after. So let's just get things in perspective. There may not be a constitution, but the laws are back. So if you walk down the street, right now, and you break a law, you'll be taken to the police station and investigated and charged and taken up to the judiciary, which is now being sworn in and back.
One of those laws, there's a pretty good chance I could break a law on the streets of Fiji. I just have to bring my camera out and try and speak to an opponent of yours, and I'd be breaking a law.
Well, yes, but that's law by decree.
पहले फिजी में जो सब गवर्नमेंट्स रहा, जो पॉलिटिकल पार्टी जाते लोग की मेन फोकस इकोनॉमी नहीं रहता. Under the Fiji First government, GDP is doubled.
How can Frank Bainimarama himself pay himself more than 300,000 per year when so many people live in poverty? Who is the minister who incurred in September this year, as I pointed out earlier, a mobile phone bill of $16,000?
अभी फिजी के इतिहास में भी नहीं, it never happened. It's a historical, growth.
Have resulted in Fiji's gross domestic product contracting by 19% in 2020.
Are you committing me?
Fiji is an island nation in the Pacific Ocean. Fiji has a GDP of $9.86 billion and a GDP per capita of $11,000.
देखिए ढेर प्रोग्रेस हो गई, ढेर परिवर्तन आ गए फिजी में, ढेर जगह रास्ता बना है, मॉडर्न रोड्स हो गए हैं, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ढेर मॉडर्नाइज हो गए हैं, ऑब्वियसली ढेर और करे के भी है.
If some have prospered since the coup, many more native Fijians have fallen into poverty, increasing poverty, social collapse, and a rising crime rate. No likelihood of improvement without political change.
But वो काबिलियत हम लोग में रही if we keep on growing the economy. Unfortunately, of course,
people feel that, okay, if those higher up can go and take what they want, why not us? And even recently with the increase in the salaries of our parliamentarians, I actually heard people say that, that our potential criminals are going to say, well, they can take what they want, well, why not us?
The top 5 fastest growing economies in the world.
Rank 13, Dominica, 6.8%. Rank 12, Fiji, 6.8%. Rank 11, Niger, 6.9%.
Obviously, we have put in place policies, etc., जिससे बहुत भारी फायदा भी है.
Are you comedy me?
Over 110,000 people lost their jobs. We made sure, for example, unemployment benefits first time Fiji में pay भी है. We let people access the general accounts for FNPF. अगर नहीं लोग पैसा नहीं रहा या खलास हो गए general account में, then we actually supplemented that. We paid through FNPF.
Are you comedy me?
And a lot of people can fall into abject poverty, but which is Fiji में नहीं है.
The main reasons for poverty in Fiji are to do with the political instability of the nation and the corruption that's also inherent there. Other statistics suggest that 40 to 50% of Fijians don't earn enough money to actually meet their basic needs, which is pretty disappointing.
Opposition तो आप तो जनता है, लोग तो they had absolutely no understanding of it. Unfortunately, opposition parties Fiji में जो actually parliament में रहा होता है, NFP और सोडल्पा, उन लोग तो अगर आप लोगों के motivation देखेगा, they always sort of living for the day, living for the moment. कि हम लोग की कितना front page article मिल जाए, कोई कितना likes मिल जाए, Facebook में कितना emoji counts मिल जाए, whatever they called. That's what they do, that's what they live for, and trying to score cheap political points. Whereas हम लोग की जो prime minister है, हम लोग की जो leader है Fiji First के, जितना हम लोग ministers है, we are focused more into the future. Running a modern day economy is not only about कि तुम textbook में economy पढ़ लिया है, economy के बारे में तो जानो सब चीज़ जान गए. No, it's also about कैसे businesses चली, कैसे businesses survive करी, कैसे आम जनता, the ordinary person, how do they make meet their living expenses, their costs, what are the pressures on them. वो सब चीज़ मांगो समझे. उसमें It's not just about acumen and intelligence, but it's also about you need to have a sense of compassion. हमदर्दी भी मांगो रहे हैं. अभी देखो जैसे हम लोग दुनिया भर में आप तो जनता है cost of living increase होएगी.
Are you comedy me?
No jabs, no job. That is what the science tells us is safest, and that is now the policy of government and enforced through law.
और इसका थोबड़ा अगर किसी ने बाहर देख लिया ना, खोपड़ी उखाड़ के लेके जाएंगे लोग भड़के हुए इस पे.
Bulaminaka, given the recent post-rise in LTDD cases, leptospirosis, typhoid, dengue and diarrhea.
Are you comedy me?
NANI? お前はもう死んでいる。
Are you comedy me?
The other thing is VAT. Would you consider, if elected into government, would you consider a reduction in VAT?
No.
Can you explain your answer?
Well,
ए उधर चैन, तुमसे बात कर रहा हूं मैं.
this is in reference to, I want to say,
Bitch don't kill my vibe. Bitch don't kill my vibe. I G from 2 planets away. I got my drink, I got my music. I was shipping but दो चार आड़े टेढ़े सवाल पूछ लिए ना मैं, तो ये बुड्ढा या मुंह से हगने लगेगा.
Nepotism, do you know what the meaning of nepotism?
Let's go, gentlemen. Let's go.
The tropical playground of Fiji. These days, around the South Pacific, the Chinese seem to be everywhere. And they're hard to miss. You've only got to look at the money they're throwing around on new buildings.
Well, what the Chinese tend to do is that they put heavy investment into countries that simply don't have the means to pay back the debt. And then when they call in the debt and the countries can't pay, the Chinese will take a port or a territory or take an island. If China can get a country so deep in debt that it can't pay back that debt, then China will take something else in return.
Already, we know that we borrow a lot of money from China. And
you think too much?
It's too much. It's too much.
What do you think China's master plan is in this region?
Domination. Domination of the region.
But now, as opposition leader, the one-time strongman fears how weakened Fiji has become because of the Chinese.
Are you comfortable with the level of involvement China has in Fiji's affairs?
No, I am not. If they become so powerful and we become impotent as far as debt repayment is concerned, there is a fear that they will take over some of the public facilities we have, our ports and airports. It's happening around the world.
Is that a deal that in the long term is going to really turn nasty for this country?
Not only for this country, but for the region. Because we're going to be selling our souls. We will have to sell our souls for the comforts of today.
General Rambuka doesn't have to take me far to show what he means. The skyline of Fiji's capital, Suva, is rapidly changing, and it's all because of one building, this monstrously out of proportion Chinese development. At 28 stories, it's more than twice the size of the next tallest tower in the South Pacific.
So the Chinese pump money into projects like this. Are these the kind of projects that you actually need?
No, not at this time. We need projects, but there is no need to go for a very high-rise, multiple-story building every time.
Critics of China say the real proof they're not here to help the local economy is that they bring in their own construction workers to build these projects and employ very few locals.
Hello, I'm Tom from 60 Minutes Australia.
On this site in Suva, it's pretty much 100% Chinese labour, despite a crying need for local construction jobs in Fiji.
When the cameras came out, they're gone.
I wanted to ask the men here why they didn't employ any Fijians, but no one was allowed to speak.
Do you think the Chinese are worried about helping the locals here get jobs?
No, they're bringing in their own labourers, their own workforce to work on projects that they directly benefit from, but really gives nothing back to the society or the people.
Dr. Malcolm Davis from the Australian Strategic Policy Institute believes the Chinification of Fiji could easily have been avoided. Who warns that China's money comes with onerous conditions.
Money's pouring into the Pacific from China. Are there strings attached?
Absolutely, yeah. The way that China delivers aid and does business is different from the way that we're used to.
My friends, when Fiji First makes promises, we always have a plan to deliver.
Fiji First.
Fiji First.
It's Fiji First.
Support the Fiji First.
Fiji First.
Fiji First.
Fiji First. Fiji First. Fiji First.
Fiji First. Fiji First.
Fiji First. Fiji First. Vote for 2, 3, 4.
Fiji First.
The choice can only be Fiji First. The choice can only be 2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4. Vote for 2, 3, 4. Tick 2, 3, 4.
Vote for 2, 3, 4.
Vote 2, 3, 4.
Please vote for our Honourable Prime Minister 2, 3, 4.
Please vote for Fiji First. Remember the number 2, 3, 4.
Vote 2, 3, 4. When you choose Fiji First, you're choosing 2, 3, 4.
You choose 2, 3, 4.
Remember? 2, 3, 4. Vote 2, 3, 4.
You vote 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Again, 2, 3, 4. Again, 2, 3, 4.
If you aren't subscribed to my channel on TikTok or YouTube, make sure you do so to follow my content and journey. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it.